as well. Props and set pieces from different shows throughout the years. Along here to your left on the other side of this wall is our costume warehouse. So it is literally floor to ceiling costumes from all of our various shows throughout the years. You'll also see that the project that's currently underway here is this right-hand side is going to be comprised of all the front covers of our Disney on Ice program books throughout the years. And on the left, all of the covers of our Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus program books throughout the years.
Well, there's another motorcycle just right in there. This place is like Wonderland.
It is a...
I feel like I'm living on this one.
And there's two.
Nice.
Down that section to your left is where they build all the monster trucks and have that three-story pink bay. Our lighting shop, our costume shop, our prop shop, and then right here we're going to walk in. To the right is the north rehearsal hall, and to the left is our south rehearsal hall. So everything literally is at the fingertips. If they need to refabricate a light, refabricate something with the audio or with the set piece, they can literally go right into the shop off of these rehearsal halls.
Leading up to preview show, which is obviously tonight, our days are pretty full, which is gets kind of wild, but it's so fun to get to this point and be able to share it with all of you. And I know a lot of we call it the friends and family show, of the performers, of the backstage technicians, they're all coming tonight. Some of my neighbors are coming. So we finally get to the point where we get to share what we've been working on over these last few months with all of you wonderful people. And then you guys get a chance to share it as well. So thank you for being here, first and foremost. As Jen was saying, my name is Adam Lucy. I'm the show director. I'll tell you a little bit about the creative process before we start talking to Masaki over here, but what's really, really cool is how we layer this creative process. It really starts with myself and the writer, Suzanne Francis, and we start concepting and working with the show's producers. And we always have to put together 4 concepts for Feld Entertainment and our Disney partners. Not 3, not 2, but 4. And Suzanne and I were working on 3 pretty well-developed ideas, and we were just struggling with the 4th. And I was just about to go to a music festival, and I don't typically go to music festivals, I'll say that. And I just got tickets, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we have a DJ? Mickey Mouse could be our headliner DJ for a thing. And we put it as our 4th concept, least developed one, but we just knew they were going to choose that. And they were so right, of course, Juliet Feld, myself, Jay Vaught, the writer. We knew that this was the right choice for our newest production of Disney on Ice presents Let's Dance, which we're super, super excited about. We really were leaning into the concept of music being a great connector, right? Music brings people together, it can take you to a memory, it can spark a moment, a feeling, and it really does bring people together internationally. So we of course wanted to do that in a new and exciting way, which was of course DJ Mickey, DJ Minnie Mouse, DJ Donald, DJ Goofy. They're all here to put on their favorite tunes. And how do we infuse that with a little bit of magic, right? And we came up with a magic DJ turntable where they can spin some tunes and we get whisked away into these 5 stories that we're telling in this production. The 5 stories are Wish, Frozen 2, Lion King, Little Mermaid, and Moana. Whoa. So we were following, finding a way to sew together all of those 5 amazing properties in the show and doing it in a way that actually feels fresh, new, and different. So one of the things we really wanted to lean into, again, music, but if you go to a music festival, it does sound different than any other Disney on Ice show. And that's what we really wanted. We wanted this show to not only look different and fresh and vibrant and colorful, but we wanted it to sound different. We wanted it to be a party right out the gate. And we actually kicked off with our opening number, Ready for the Ride, which really like you come out strong with it, and it's so, so exciting. But I want to talk about this guy up here. Has anyone ever seen what this apparatus is before? See that Misaki has a paintbrush with some fabric on it? So this is actually at the top of our Act 2. And how many of you Disney fans are familiar with the song Living in Color? Anybody?
No, where's it from?
It's a Tokyo Disneyland special, Living in Color. I absolutely was drawn to the song because I just love the connection between music and color and music festivals. And this apparatus we see all over the world at music festivals, and we're like, okay, we have to play with this. This is just so cool. And because the whole thing is about color, this is him painting the sky with vibrant color. We actually bring out Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy all in monochromatic looks. And then we start to kaleidoscope the number as they're painting the sky and splatting paint everywhere within the number. So it's really a great opportunity for us to see Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy skate and to do it in a colorful way that really ends up in this beautiful kaleidoscope of color at the end.
Do they have this huge rig under the corners of each ice, and then seats go around it? Is that how that works?
Got it. So you'll see on our stage when we get out to the ice, we have two giant downstage left and right. We call them pods, but they're performance stages, and they have to be so giant. One, because we have a lot of interaction in the show. The show is called Let's Dance, so we actually have several moments where we bring up people to dance on these stages. But you're right, they have to be that big to accommodate for the size of the base. So although you're going to see a lot of your favorite characters, we also take a moment to really do some really good storytelling in this production. And then the transitions, like I said, are just vibrant, fun, take you to the party. And I just can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, a lot of your shows normally have like 10, 15 properties crammed into one 2-hour show.
Very true.
This is like a 5-property show. We're gonna have moments.
You're gonna have moments.
We're gonna have full moments.
Yeah, and I love that. I love a theater nerd, so anytime I can do storytelling and dive into characters and retellings of stories. And for the performers, the skaters, that's another skill too. A lot of them learn when they come here. Apart from the acrobatic elements are the acting and the storytelling and learning how to move in different ways to bring characters to life, both physical animation, facial animation. So all of those things are learned here too. And I love that aspect of it.
The laundry's finished.
I want to see him come down. I know, I wish I had the intention of going up. I missed that. I didn't see him. I was trying to catch him coming down, but so he jumped down. Yeah.
Adam Blake, I'm the choreographer for Disney on Ice. I'm super excited about this show and just the vast amount of different styles of choreography that we get to put onto the ice. So we have our demonstration. We have Alexei and we have Ayumi. So we are really excited to show you some of our stuff. So something that we can do for one of our favorite numbers is Living in Color. And it is just a really fantastic way that we get to sort of move in more of like a commercial sort of style. And yeah, so we were just going to show you a couple of counts of 8 with it. And then yeah, here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, living in, boom, ha, tiki top, and boom, up, shoom, taggity, boom, hey, rock, boom, set, and boom, hey, shoom, hey, ha. Living in color, yeah! Well done.
Whoa, nice!
These guys are absolutely amazing. So it's really fun. A couple of things that we got to do within this is actually learn about different styles of choreo in a really in-depth manner. I got to actually travel to Los Angeles and work with the choreographer for Moana. Her name is Tiana Leofau. And so when you see the movement in the Moana segment that We Know the Way, it is actually her movement that she's gifted to us. So a lot of the movements that we have within it actually come from Tiana. So Tiana choreographed that. We just put it into skating. So it was a really beautiful gift that she gave to us. And so from there, we're gonna have Alexei and KP go ahead and show us. So we take it from away, and then this with the rocker. Here we go. 3, 4, 5. So that is one of the segments that we actually have in it. And one of the things that Tiana did very beautifully is when she choreographed this, the lyrics go Te manu lele itatakie. Manu means birds. So whenever the voyagers were traveling within and discovering new islands, they actually followed the birds. So one of the things that she had was she had the ladies become the birds within it, and the gentlemen are doing the oar. So they're traveling, and so we're following the birds. So that's a really, really beautiful moment that we were able to transpose onto the ice, which was really, really great. And again, all credit to Tiana Leofeld for that. This song is from a Disneyland Paris parade. I love the Disneyland Paris parades. What was it? The Ready for the Ride parade is actually one of my favorites. On the last day of that parade, I actually watched the live stream, cried a little bit, and then, but what was it? Ready for the Ride is something that I hold deep in my heart. But Million Splashes of Color is such a fun, new parade, and we're so excited to bring this to the stage. Ready? Here we go. 5, 6, 7. Paint the sky every color. Eyes full of boom, ha, zoom. Hey, ha, boom, ha. Celebrate every moment. Hard, always knowing, and boom. Ha. Future starting right now. Go, boom, boom, zoom, ha, T, boom. Now from here, did you guys see a little Easter egg in there as well? Yes. Did you see a little bit of an Easter egg as well?
High School Musical.
There it is, right there. One of the things that's really, really special about this show is that we get to bring an element called skateless pair toy. And something that was really, really cool is this act really took a village to create. So we have Ariadna's hand balancing expertise, which is something that Disney on Ice actually has never seen before. So we're really, really excited to have her here with us. But also we had the brilliant opportunity to work with Robin Johnstone and Andy Buchanan. So they were essentially our pair coaches for this creation of this number. So I relied really, really heavily on them to start creating, to work with Ariadna and Josh in creating these sequences that worked well in transitioning on the ice, because usually, as Josh being a competitive pair skater with a very, very long decorated history, he usually gets to put the girl down, they skate next to each other, they do a jump, they do a lift, and all that stuff. He doesn't get to put her down anymore. So she stays up in the air she stays up off the ice the entire time. There's a couple of segments where he does set her down, and she does a cartwheel on on our center platform, and it's a really, really beautiful moment. But we really found a beautiful way to sort of integrate skating and acrobatics, and to where normally when you see a hand-to-hand routine, it has a very static look to it, but now it fills the space. We've added speed to it, and it's again truly a big collaboration between Josh, Ariadna, myself, Andy Buchanan, and Robin Johnson. Yes.
What's a hand-to-hand routine?
A hand-to-hand routine is a routine that usually takes place with two people. I would love for you guys to demonstrate the what was it? Can we do the spread eagle to what was it? All the way to the shoulder stand spiral into the Detroit. Lights down right there. Literally using him as a jumper. Wow. But Robin actually modified Ariadne's position. There, and then we go out, and then into the
Beautiful. Beautiful. When I was speaking a little bit about where the show starts, from story to concept and how it starts to come to life, myself and the production designer, Scott Davis, worked tirelessly on these renderings, especially Scott, who makes them look so beautiful. But this is a huge part of bringing whatever was in our heads, the choreographer, Adam, who you just spoke to, the production designer, the writer, myself. These images are a collaboration of what we have in our head so we can put it into a rendering. And then if you look at these and then you look over there, to see all of this for months come to actually fruition is probably one of my favorite things in the entire world. I put these up when we start storyboarding the show with the cast so they understand the cadence of the show, what stories we're going to next, that flow of the storyline, and the visuals that we're creating. You know, as a director, it's an incredible opportunity to have all of this to play with. To create beautiful pictures, and this is exactly what I wanted from this production: is vibrant colors, big pictures, eye candy lighting, content, shapes, to bring all of these beautiful stories to life. And this is just one of my favorite stops. And I know this is an added stop, but
I love it.
This wall means a lot to me, and it's actually been here for our whole rehearsal period, and it's fun to share with everyone because it is so special to be able to have the opportunity in a position like this to make these come a reality. And it's all to do with collaborating with Feld Entertainment Studios and everybody from these ideas to the people in the shop that are actually creating the set right here in the studio. So it's pretty special. I would like to introduce you to Scott Senna, our music director.
Hello.
Hello, Scott. So as I was talking about before, it was really, really important for us to not only make a fresh show how it looks and how it feels and the stuff that we're adding into the show, but how it sounds. And obviously a show that is celebrating a music festival is going to sound different than what we've done in a classic Disney on Ice show in the past. So I'd like to hand it over to Scott to talk a little bit about how this show in particular is going to sound different.
Hi, so yes, honestly, so as part of the creative team, we always try to incorporate innovations and really sort of push the envelope and how we tell our stories. And so the music for this Ice show this year, we really sort of reimagined and literally remixed a lot of these favorite songs to give it a really fun and just party vibe to it. So I think everyone's really going to enjoy it.
And to kick off the show, we actually start with a 15-minute pre-show with DJ Freeze, and this is Sophie right here. This is DJ Freeze herself. Hello. And she actually mixed tunes and does a whole set list of songs of your favorite Disney songs, like this one, like crank this one for a bit. Okay, from Encanto. So this sets a vibe. As soon as you're walking into the space as an audience member, you know what you're walking into. It's gonna have this beating heart, fun low end, and we stay here the whole show. All of our transitions come back to this atmosphere and energy.
I like number one.
One of the things that they did through research and development here and through workshops to see if it would even work in the show was to see if there was a way to fly 7 women at once in the air and still be able to communicate and tell that story appropriately. So I'm going to turn it over to these ladies who worked on developing this act and tell you how the process of that and then how it relates to the storytelling in the show.
Different liras, multiple ladies on one lira, so it's act very original and very cool.
We got a just to try it before I came to rehearsals to see what it would be like, and I was like, this is so hard. I don't know how we're gonna come and like do 5 weeks build and act, but with the coaching and like they came so prepared to teach us exactly what we needed to know, and we all learned to love it. Like it's a privilege to go up on this apparatus, and it's so much fun. It's still hard, yes, but we don't ever want the audience to know that. We want to make it look easy and smile and sing, and yeah, but a lot of training went into it.
So 5 weeks ago, you had never done this.
This? When I was we had 5 weeks of just aerial, and then all of a sudden we were focusing just on skating. So we fit this in when we can.
I'd like to introduce you to Agatha. Agatha is a production assistant, works really closely with me, and we got the chance to play with all of these fun toys behind us. I'd like to kind of start talking about these and what Agatha was using. These are called LED poi, and it is a skill that we brought a coach in, David Lenz, and he taught all the performers how to use these poi. And you know, you can't get more EDM than something like this with the LED and the splashes of color. So when we're setting our tone at the top of the show, we really lean into that LED kind of feel, and it goes along with our production design as well. For Living in Color, you may have saw, do you remember from when we started, the paintbrush where we're coloring the sky? This is our color poi. And again, it's just a really great way of, I guess, splash of color. And I think what's really fun with ice shows is whenever you add speed and flow to things, you get this float and this lilt to all the props. And it just is a great way of filling the space with the cast. And this is opening, and that is the top of Act 2, but I just really, really love that. So we have a number in this show where we're actually connecting, pulling down bungee, acro bungees as lines, as sails pop up behind. We make this really cool connection there. So that's one of our sails that pops up with our bungee. So again, leaning into the UV glow on the show. A spinner is just, I know, look out. Super effective, again, filling the space. But isn't that cool? You'll see these in Under the Sea. It's really great. We have 4 of these that enter the space. And of course, you can imagine that the turtle behind me and the octopus are also in Under the Sea. And actually, we hit those with UV paint. So it all is going to be like this under the water glow kind of atmosphere, which is really fun. And then, of course, from one of our newest movies that we're bringing to life, Wish. Oh, sure. Okay, small secret. If I were ever to come back as a performer with Disney on Ice, I would want to be King Magnifico. And I would want to use this staff. And actually, it's even programmed, the color of the staff at the top changes from green to yellow. Because, of course, when Star is captured in King Magnifico's staff, it would be yellow. And then, of course, at the end, we all know what happens to the king. He ends up in the finial at the top. It changes to green, into the dark magic. So this is a pretty cool prop. It's actually connected and controlled by our lighting board at front of house. So it might just look like a staff, but it's pretty cool. What do you have there, Agatha?
I have the mythical book over here. It's really cool. You can see the writing in it. So interesting. I don't know. It's just like...
Well, spells.
Look at that.
It's like a twist to turn on for the performer, like before he runs out.
Yep.
It's just a tap, like Iron Man's chest.
It's a tap. Are you feeling drawn to it, Disney Dan?
I am.
Look out. Look out. Okay, Under the Sea. This is another fun one. Okay. I'm going to get the chef's cleaver there. This is fun because obviously we were bringing together like Les Poissons, which is a fun comedy number where he actually pulls the guts out of the fish. Whoa! I know, right?
That's your fun prop.
I love it. Look at scale. It is to scale. An arena scale. Yeah. That's right. Okay, whose staff is this? Rafiki, right? Of course, Rafiki. And we're so excited to bring Lion King into the show. 30th anniversary, of course, of that beautiful story. I've actually never worked on a Lion King property until this production, which is wild, because it has been 18 years and I've never been on a show with Lion King. So this is super special to me.
One of my own favorites.
What else do you want to show them? Well, that's special to you, isn't it? What story is this from? What does she say?
Ariel.
That's right, Ariel.
He loves me not.
Sorry, we're all thinking Rapunzel. I'm sitting here like, you didn't tell us Rapunzel was in the show.
No, this is drawn from the very first scene.
Right.
We see Ariel, which is, he loves me not. He loves me, He loves me.
That's cool. That's
so
cute.
that's what takes
Is it
us into the
magnets?
story of Little Mermaid. It is magnets.
Little magnet pedals.
Isn't it amazing what you can do with magnets? So we found a way of having confetti that is biodegradable. It's actually rice paper, and it dissolves when it hits the ice, and they can actually skate over it without it hindering any of the flow. So we thought that was really, really fun. Do you want to do a little toss?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, this is a good photo op. We'll give you a 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to say Rosas all together.
All right.
You're going to help us with Rosas? 1, 2, 3 of Rosas. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Rosas! And it's just a fun way of bringing rose petals to the sky. We even have some drop from the grid as well when Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy are noticing, oh, that's where we're headed. So they press a button, you hear that club mix, it's taking us into the kingdom of Rosas, they see the rose petals fall from above, and bam, we get to Asha's entrance. So it's a really special moment in the
It's
show.
like the best part of my job, that I get to try everything.
Right?
Test everything, if it works or not.
So Wish for us is the first time that we're doing it, and I believe it's the first time that it's been done live action anywhere, so we're the first to do it. We have a great representation of Rosas. Welcome to Rosas. These are just one male and one female costume. We really pumped up the color on them from the reference and research that we got. As I'm sure you know, Disney gives us the guides for most everything that we do that is Disney specific. So we pumped the colors. Obviously, if you've seen the movie, these are full length. The ladies are full length, and even the men's tunics are, low thighs. So we were able to shrink everything up and reduce it to be able to skate, so things aren't dragging on the ice or unable to turn because they're too full. So I feel like we did a really good job of condensing them and adjusting them for ice. But of course, they still have the sparkle that we all expect. The other thing one of the things that's cool about these is these are silk screen. So the fabrics started mostly as a solid fabric, and when you see the whole set, you'll see how they all sort of marry together in fabrics and textures. Love our lady's headdress. It's a millinery piece, so it's made to look like hair, and then these are the pieces that are from the film. Everything is lifted from the film. Other than creative license, nothing's made up in this particular set. So this is one of our females, and this is one of our males. But you can see like the intricate applique work and the little bit of shine and sheen in the fabrics. This little feather. This is another female. So we use what's a fabric called crystal shear, and then we pleat it. And it does a really good job of creating hair, because if you think, all the women have to go from hat to wig to hat to wig, so they have what we call a wig prep. So we have to cover their heads for everything. So sometimes it's made up hair, sometimes it's a wig. And this happens to be one of my favorite hats from Wish. It's just it's so good. But the bold, super saturated color is a statement for Wish all by itself. It's not really repeated anywhere else in the show. So that's Wish. This is one of our Knights helmets from Wish. And other than the fact that it has a hard helmet in it, this is all foam, what we say spandex umbrella foam. So this is actually a lace that created this beautiful intricate metal cutout that you see in the movie. But it's super pliable. It's a little bendy here, but you can see it's really pliable. But when you see it, you're going to say that looks just like armor. So these are little secrets and things that we do that make things skatable, stretchable, bendable. Think about a real set of metal armor and how prohibitive that would be. So we do things in a way that our skaters can do everything that they need to do. A female skater. You can see the inside of the ears are leather. These are a very, very crafty set of costumes for the Lion King. There's a lot of puppets. We have giraffes, we have impalas, we have zebras, we have monkeys, we have cheetahs, and they're all, you can see the texture here. This is a custom print that was made just for these costumes. But seeing the exposed framework was intentional for all of this, so it's sort of a deconstructed situation. and we've elevated the entire set with a lot more detail and texture and pattern and fuzzy things and stringy things and shiny things. So it's a very non-traditional approach to The Lion King. But it really, like if you lay this next to the sketch, it could not look more like the sketch. Here's her hat with her little shell decoration on the side. And each girl that put this on for her first fitting literally just was giggly and excited. So I think it's still true that every girl loves a fun little fairy princess costume or a ballerina costume. I know I do. Even though I'm all in black, because I'm generally all in black. But these also bioluminesce. All of the tulle in it glows, and the lighting for that number. So it's really kind of spectacular. And the girls have so much fun wearing them, the ladies, that it just makes you feel really successful as a costume designer, that you've done a good job. It's probably the best payoff is when somebody loves what they're wearing. And if you've got a show full of that and everybody's really excited about most things that they're wearing, or they can find something great about what they're wearing, it makes it more exciting for us. And it's a lot of hard work, and not every day is the best day, but my worst days are probably better than most people's best days every day at work. So I'm lucky.
What was it like creating a collection of characters that even Disney hasn't done yet in the parks with Wish? I mean, we have Asha in the parks,
right,
but we don't have Magnifico.
Right.
We don't have, like...
Everything is important to Disney. If they've created a film about it, I tell you, if you don't know, they have a very, very strong hand of oversight with everything. So we're not just making costumes that make us happy and that are skateable. We have to make costumes that make them happy. And there's an arduous approval process, but we have great partners. Our process is getting better and better every year. It is a big challenge to create something they haven't created, or that they are also creating at the same time. Because then you're having, well, but we did this. Oh, crud, now we have to do this. But our needs are different than their needs.
Right.
Our costumes have to skate. That's like number one, they have to skate. So our fabrications are usually different. We do almost everything with stretch for the most part. There's things that aren't stretch. Like these aren't stretch, but these are nice and loose and, flowy and everything. But anything that's close to the body, you're going to be blown away by Magnifico.
Do they pass designs on to you?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't design for us, but we are beholden to the reference that to the style guides and the lookbooks that they give us. And I have a partner that I work with. He's right there next to me through the whole process. And the process this year has been fantastic. Like elevated beyond what we've had in the last 10 years.
I'm really excited.
And we get to work side by side, and he gets to give me the Disney voice of, that's really great, but if you did this, it'd probably go smoother. So it's a process. It's a partnership for sure.